Hi everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the cell membrane. Cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane or plasma lemma. Here cell membrane. It is found in both prokaryotic as well as eukaryotic cells. Generally, the both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells are enclosed by the semi-permeable membrane. Here semi-permeable means it allows only certain molecules and ions to pass through it, and it controls the movement of ions and molecules into and out of the cells. So it is the brief introduction about the cell membrane. It is a semi-permeable membrane which allows the movement of the certain molecules, ions into and out of the cell. Coming to the history, here the term cell membrane was first given by the scientists Nageli and Kramer, and later the Gottel and Grender. These two scientists has given the chemical composition of the plasma membrane, that it is made up of the phospholipid bilayer. Then coming to the chemical composition, here the plasma membrane or cell membrane is made up of the phospholipids, proteins and carbohydrates. Here among these four, the major component of the cell membrane is the phospholipid. Here it is the structure of the phospholipid molecule. This blue color structure which is seen in the circular structure, it is known as polar head group, which is made up of the phosphate, whereas this green color structures, it is known as the fatty acids or non-polar groups. This particular polar head with the phosphate group, it is known as hydrophilic, means it can able to interact with the water and it will easily dissolve in the water. It is known as hydrophilic or water loving pot. Whereas this particular structure of the fatty acid, which is not polar, it cannot dissolve in the water, so it is known as hydrophobic or water hating part. So this particular phospholipid molecules, it consists both the hydrophilic phosphate group as well as hydrophobic lipid fatty acid groups. These particular fatty acids having the one part of the polar and another part of the non-polar group. So this is the basic molecule of the cell membrane. Now let us see how these molecules are arranged in the cell membrane. So here, before going to see how these molecules are arranged and form the cell membrane, let us discuss the structure or the outer environment of the cell membrane. Let us consider, for example, this as a cell. So here outside the cell there is a lots of water, means external side it is the aqueous environment, whereas coming to the inside the cell there is a cytoplasm, means again it is consisting the aqueous environment. So here the main function of the cell membrane is it separates the outer aqueous environment from the inner aqueous environment. So here the polar groups are having the some charges, so that it can easily water soluble, whereas this particular non-polar molecules are not water soluble. So this is the hydrophilic and this is the hydrophobic. Now if we see the structure, how these molecules are arranged, if we zoom this particular portion, this is the arrangement of the phospholipids. Now the question is, why these phospholipid molecules are oriented in such a manner? The answer is very simple, that this particular fatty acid molecules which are not going to dissolve in the water and which are avoiding the water, so they are directed away from the water. As a result, the arrangement is in such a way. In the inner layer, again we can see that this particular fatty acid tails is directed away from the water, and this particular fatty acid tails of both the outer layer and inner layers are directed towards each other, and this particular fatty acid acids make the central portion of the cell membrane, whereas this particular blue color structures, is the hydrophilic molecules, and means these are the charged particles which can easily interact and can dissolve in the water. So here phospholipids are oriented in such a way that the each layer, either this layer or this layer, it is directed towards the aqueous environment. This particular polar groups are contact with the external aqueous environment, and this particular layer is in contact with the internal intracellular aqueous environment, whereas this particular central core portion of the plasma membrane is having the lots of lipids. So here it means that if any compound, if it want to pass this particular membrane, means it should be lipid soluble. But if there is a molecule which is having a high charge or which is very large in structure, cannot pass this particular membrane. So here the substances which are lipid soluble can easily pass through this particular membrane, and so it is lipid soluble or soluble for the small molecules. But other substances which are large and which is not dissolved in the water, how that particular molecules will cross this particular cell membrane? The answer is here, there are certain special channels which are known as protein channels, which are arranged in the cell membrane along with the phospholipids. So let us take this example as a protein. So here it is made up of the several polypeptide chains, and these several polypeptide chains are arranged in such a way that this central longitudinal portion, it forms a tunnel like structure, so that it is water filled. So here the water or any ions can easily pass through either from outside to inside or from inside to the outer side. So these proteins are found in the cell membrane association with the phospholipids, so that the substances can allow to pass into and out of the membrane. Such type of proteins which allow the movement, it is known as the protein channels. So this is the brief introduction about the arrangement of the phospholipids and proteins in the cell membrane. Now let us discuss the theories of the plasma membrane. Means here to explain this particular arrangement, many scientists has proposed many theories. Here there are 5 theories which are given. The first one is lipid bilayer model. It was given by the scientists Gotter and Grindal in 1925. The second one is the sandwich model. It was given by the Danelli and Davison in 1935. Third one is unit membrane model. It was given by the Robertson in 1957. Fourth one is micellar model. It was given by the scientists Hillier and Hoffman in 1953. And the last but not the least is the fluid mosaic model, that was given by the Nicholson and Singer in 1972. Among these 5 theories, the most accepted theory is the fluid mosaic model, which was given by the Singer and Nicholson. Let us discuss all these theories in detail one by one. The first theory is the lipid bilayer theory. This was given by the Gotter and Grindal. According to this theory, the plasma membrane, it consists the lipid bilayer. Means here this is the lipid bilayer. Here lipid means nothing but the phospholipids. This is the one layer of the phospholipid and this is the another. Means by combination of these 2 layers of the phospholipids, there is a formation of cell membrane, and they suggested that the polar groups of the each molecular layers were directed towards the outside of the bilayer. It means that the polar head of this particular phosphate groups are towards the outside, or means here they are towards the aqueous environment, towards the outside, whereas coming to the inner layer, again these polar heads or the hydrophilic heads are in contact with the intracellular aqueous environment. So the arrangement is in this fashion. So here it consists the two layers which is made up of the phospholipids, and here the polar heads are directed towards the outside or towards the aqueous environment. Then coming to the next model, that is known as sandwich model. This was given by the Danelli and Davison. According to this, a phospholipid bilayer is present between the two layers of the globular proteins. Let us see here. This is the phospholipid bilayers. These are the two layers of the phospholipids which are shown in the blue color. So these two layers are surrounded by these particular proteins on the either sides. So these are the globular proteins which are found on the either side of this particular bilayer of the proteins. So this is also known because here this particular this bilayer of the lipid is arranged as a sandwich between the two protein layers. So it is termed as a sandwich model. So here, according to this model, lipid layer is arranged as a sandwich between the two protein layers. So that's why it is given the name as the sandwich model. So this is the arrangement of the phospholipids. This is the one layer, this is the another layer. This is the bilayer of the phospholipids which are surrounded on the either sides by the proteins. So this is about the sandwich model. Then coming to the another model, that is the unit membrane model. Here this was given by the scientist named as Robertson. According to this model, the plasma membrane is made up of the lipid layer having the thickness of 35 angstrom and the proteins of the 20 angstrom. Here again it is describing that here this particular two layers of the phospholipids is again surrounded by the two layers of the proteins on the either side. But here the main difference between the sandwich model and unit membrane model is that here unit membrane model explains that the proteins which are found on the outside of the on the outer layer or the exterior are differ from the proteins which are found in the inner layer. Means here the outer layer of the protein, it consists the mucoproteins. Here the mucoproteins means it consists the more concentrations of carbohydrates, whereas the inner layer of the protein, it is made up of the non-mucoid proteins, means less carbohydrates are found. So this is the main difference. The arrangement is similar, means here phospholipid bilayer is surrounded by the proteins on the either side, but here the structure or the proteins are dissimilar from each other. The proteins which are found towards the outer side or the exterior are the mucoproteins, which consist the more concentration of carbohydrates, whereas the inner membrane of the protein, it consists the less concentration of the carbohydrates. So this is the main difference between the sandwich model and unit membrane model. Next, coming to the another model which is known as micellar model. This model is given by the scientist Hillier and Hoffman. According to this model, here the basic unit of the plasma membrane is the phospholipid. Here it is containing the polar or hydrophilic head and fatty acid tail. So it is amphipathic, means it consisting both hydrophilic as well as hydrophobic groups. So let us take the example. If we take a lipid and if we pour that in the water or the aqueous environment, what happens? The polar water molecule will tend to form the intramolecular hydrogen bond with this particular lipid, but the non-polar part of the protein of the lipids, it will not interact with the water. So what happens if we place many fatty acids inside the water? What happens? They aggregate and rearrange them in the form of the micelles. Means here This is the structure of the mycelium. Means here this is the polar head which is hydrophilic, and this is the fatty acid or the hydrophobic tail. If we pour many fatty acids in the water, what happens? This particular hydrophobic parts will not dissolve in the water, and they aggregate and arrange in this particular form. So here they form the mycelial structure in the plasma membrane. So here the molecules in the plasma membrane arranged in the form of mycelium. So here the layer of the plasma membrane is made up of the several units of the mycelium, and here micelles are surrounded by the proteins and they form the circular appearance. This is the circular appearance in which the hydrophilic heads is towards the aqueous environment, whereas the hydrophobic tails or the fatty acid tails is it's towards the inner side and it is away from the water. And here the blue color structure is the protein which is found on the outer as well as inner side. This is the structure of the micellar model. Then coming to the last but not the least and most important and accepted model, that is the fluid mosaic model. This was given by the scientists Nicholson and Singer. So here plasma membrane consists of the phospholipid. As we all know that this particular is a phospholipid is arranged in the two layers. This is the outer layer of the phospholipid and this is the inner layer of the phospholipid. Here this is the polar hydrophilic phosphate heads, whereas this is the non-polar fatty acid tails which are facing towards each other, which is shown in the blue color, whereas this is the pink color structures is the hydrophilic phosphate heads. Here in this particular membrane it consists the two types of proteins. Here the first one is the integral proteins, and the structures which are shown in the green color is the peripheral proteins. Here integral proteins, here it extends throughout the membrane from this particular outer leaflet or the outer phospholipid layer and the inner phospholipid layer. Integral proteins are found through the entire membrane, and it functions as for the transport of molecules from outer to inner or inner to outer side. And then coming to the peripheral proteins, here the peripheral proteins, it binds ionically to either integrated proteins. They are associated either with the integrated proteins or they are associated with the phospholipid molecules, and here they do not span entire membrane. Here see this is found entirely inside. This is partially on the only outside of the phospholipid layer. They are not spanning like a integral proteins in the entire plasma membrane. Here the main function of this particular peripheral proteins is it provides the adhesion, means it may be to the other compounds or in between the cells. This will add as a adhesive molecules and it helps in the cell recognition. During the cell signaling it acts as a recognition. It is used for the cell recognition during the cell signaling. And in this model, in this membrane, the proteins are not fixed. Here the proteins which are shown here, these are not fixed to that particular place. Here they will freely move on laterally, means in this particular direction. It may be either towards the external phospholipid layer or the internal layer. It will move in the lateral manner, either outer leaflet or inner leaflet. So these particular proteins will float as a like iceberg. We can take the example of the icebergs that is floating in the sea of the lipids. We can take protein molecules as the examples of the icebergs which are floating in the sea of the lipids. So this is the entire about the fluid mosaic models, which is the according to this, the plasma membrane is made up of the phospholipids bilayers, It was proposed by the Singhal and Nicholson. Here this is made up of the two types of proteins. Those are the integral proteins and peripheral proteins. Integral proteins are present throughout the plasma membrane, and the function is the transport of molecules from either outside to inside or inside to outside, whereas the peripheral proteins, these are bind ionically, either they are bound with the integral proteins or they are associated with the phospholipid molecules, and here they will not span completely in the plasma membrane, and the function is the adhesion, providing the adhesion and cell recognition in the cell signaling. And here these particular protein structures are not fixed in the plasma membrane. They can freely move laterally like the icebergs floating in the sea of the lipids. Thank you.